We'll discuss about the smartphone, how to choose a smartphone. So uh, we will decide to now. I am going to search some phone in the budget range of 50 to 60,000. Okay, there is more option at this range. So first I will 5G phone. Okay, now there is a filter option. What are the things that you want in your phone? 8 GB RAM and above, internal storage, 256 and above. At this price, these are the minimum requirement you should have to choose. And 5,000 to 6,000, because there are some flagship phone that have only 5,000 mAh battery, but the battery optimization and the software optimization is too much good that it can long last. So to the Chinese brand phones that have a massive battery or a huge battery like 7,000 mAh, and we will choose Snapdragon, MediaTek also. Qualcomm and Snapdragon are the same. Yes, I think so that. And the Google Tensor is not as famous as the Snapdragon, MediaTek, and the Exynos, so I didn't choose a Google chipset. If you want, you can choose. And there's a speciality that simply storage I will continue the clock speed. If you buy a phone from the range 40 to 60,000, then you expect 2.5 or more gigahertz of clock speed and all the things I got. So now we are going to apply the filter. Number cores, yes, octa-core, network type 5G operating system, Oxygen, Android Q, any of this type of things. Okay. So now we are going to apply the filter. So we will have this type of things. Okay. If you want any type of things like a top sale discount or whatever, there is shop which some option popularity price level news first. Okay, so we first compare Vivo T4 T5X and Realme P4 Pro. Now we will compare this one, and I am telling you that which is better phone at the same price. And, now I am going to compare these two phones. There is glitch. No, it's not phone. That is processing too slow because it has MediaTek Dimensity G85. You can say that only MediaTek G85. There is only processor. Now we can see that the storage is almost the same and screen size is almost same, but in Vivo people there is dual camera with 50 plus 8 megapixel, and there is a lack of macro camera in the Vivo T5X. Here we can see that there is a plus point in the Realme P4 in camera, in front camera, and the processor also at the same price segment. But there is 200 mAh of more battery in Vivo T5X. That's not matter. And another thing is that the Vivo T5X have already installed Android 16, but Vivo and not 15 million people. And the Bluetooth version is almost there, and the connectivity, all the thing. You have Wi-Fi 6 on the both. Yes, in the Necessary 7400, you got Wi-Fi 6. General feature, visual, Wilson, navigation short. Yes, so we can see that the many people is outperforms in this segment or price tag. Okay, so if you want any type of things that in details, like there is some things that you can choose. There is a storage version, UFC type C version, and there is a lot of things that you can consider when you buying any electronic gadget. But if you are not interested in these things, you can only check the performance and to the score and the chipset. You have to search phone processor and which phone that you are going to buy and all the things that it is equipped with. Sometimes you can say see that there is a processor uh, that can handle Wi-Fi 7 or 6, but companies didn't pay the license to the Snapdragon or Qualcomm, so they didn't give the license. So the mobile phone is only equipped with Wi-Fi 6. There is a limitation. So first of all, when you're going to buy any device, you have to check all the things before purchase. And the most thing is that some of the phone have software optimization like you have in Vivo T5X, there is OzonOS, which is quite better than the previous version that is ComputerOS, and Realme had also a good software optimization now. The Realme uses the same software which is shared by all the three companies, that is Realme, Oppo, and another one is I think OnePlus. If you want any type of details like Snapdragon processor, all the things, now we are comparing other type of phones. Yes, now I am going to review this phone in detail. 1 million plus Antutu score, 22 millimeters battery, dust and water resistance. Okay, UK gate certification reviews, weight and resist. Yes, you can here see that there is mentioned fast performance with UFS 3.1. If a phone is equipped with UFS 2.0 or 0, it is sometimes slower because now in this generation in 2026 you must have to choose 3.1 storage version, because if you buy 8 GB or 12 GB of version, but the UFS version is 2.2, then it might be slow, it feels slow. 4D game vibration, all of these are mentioned. The and now we are going to here in Vivo T5X. There's only one chip that is called the processor, and if you buy the Realme P4 Pro, there is another dedicated chip which is for the I think clarity of gaming, like the chip is called Hyper AI Vision. Okay, so where is that phone? P4 Pro. Yes, here we can see that the Snapdragon plus Hyper Vision AI chip. What is the purpose of this chip? It's too good. or have a phone under 30,000 or 25,000 with another chip dedicated for gaming. In few past 1 year, there is an option that is IQ Neo 10, which also equipped with Q1 chip that is also dedicated for gaming, and its Antutu score is almost 1.3 million. And the dimensity here, we can say that the dimensity 2400 is about 7 its outperforms in all the segment. Yes, it has the camera with Sony IMX 896 OIS, and the phone there is 7000 millimeter of vapor cooling chamber. And if you want to buy a phone only for gaming, so you also have to check the cooling system. The first cooling system is graphite cooling system, which is not useful as vapor chamber cooling system. And after that, if you buy a flagship level, then liquid cooling is available in phones like Red Magic, I think, and it is well phone. It have 144 hertz of refresh rate, I think. Then I think Vivo T5X also have 144 hertz of refresh rate. There is an option for 40 60 fps video recording, AI landscape, AI eraser, AI layer remover. So if you want to buy any phone under 35K, you can choose Realme P4 Pro. There is also option Oppo K13, but there is only one camera, and one is fine. This is also a good option because it equipped with 8S Gen 4, which is upper tier of flagship. You can also say that flagship here, but it have only 120 hertz display screen, and the introduced is almost the level of the 7S Gen 4, 7 Gen 4 processor, 80 watt of fast charging. But there is, if you want a well phone that is equipped with camera as well as a, processor or a performance, the Realme P4 Pro is very good phone at that price segment. If you only want to play games, you can also choose Oppo K13 Turbo Pro. Here you can see that good phone best for gaming, everything. And another thing is that if you want to buy any electronic device or gadget, you can also check the rating of the device. Here, there is no more details about the phone. And yes, cooling fan, 7000 paper chamber, 8 watt fast charging, 7,000 battery. Okay, and we are now searching for. Yeah, there is option Motorola 64, but I didn't recommend Motorola because of its reputation. But if you want to buy a phone with a telescopic sensor, you can choose S64 because it has triple cameras setup, segment only Pantone velvet camera, 3x 50 megapixel, 1.5K resolution. You can see that triple cameras setup, that is one is 50 megapixels, Sony YT7C, another 50 megapixel is ultrawide plus macro lens, and 50x AI super zoom. This is also a good phone, and it is equipped with Dimensity 350, which is a upgraded version of Dimensity 8300, and this phone is way better than the Realme P4 Pro because it is equipped with UFS 4.0, that is much faster than UFS 3.1, and it has almost 1.5 million of antivirus score. There is a lot of option in the market. If you didn't research properly, so you bad phone at higher prices. Realme 680 70, okay, 7000 mAh battery, 120 watt combo fast charging, travel, and it is equipped with Dimensity 8400. Now, one step, this processor is better than 8350, okay, but there is only dual camera setup. In Motorola, you get triple camera setup. All the cameras are 50 megapixel. Now Realme GT70 is almost 35,000, but um, now in 30,000 French phone. If you going to buy any phone, you also have to know that there is a series. All the companies have a series. If you want to buy, then don't choose Y series of Vivo. And if you want to buy any phone of Vivo, you have to choose T series or um, T series or another series, but don't choose Y series. T series, B series, and another series I didn't remember. And if you want to buy a Samsung phone, you can choose A series. I personally recommend only A series. You can also choose series, but don't choose F and all the phones. If you want to buy Samsung, then choose a phone that price is higher than 25,000, because below 25,000, all the phone equipped with the Samsung processor, that is Exynos 3080, Exynos 1250, something like. This processor are good, but can't handle very hard gaming. There is another option, Realme 15 Pro. It's about 34,000. When I remember anything about the phone, when I searching for it, then I tell something new all the time. There is also 17 Pro. You have to choose a phone that is well balanced in the scenario, in camera, in processing power, in storage, the software optimization. Didn't choose any phone only for a specific segment, or like specific in only in camera, only in something that you want. You have to choose a phone with well balanced. Yes, there is option T5 Pro, but it's almost 40,000. Okay, I will take a break for 2 to 5 minutes. So I will continue after 5 minutes. Now I am coming to the point where I have remembered a thing that I want to share with you. That is, when you are going to buy a phone, the first thing you have to check is the software update policy. And we are now going to compare at 50,000 range. There is a lot of phone at the price segment, but you have to choose wisely. If someone choose this phone at 45,000, they only got MediaTek 8350. At this price segment, he can choose a better phone, that is IQ Neo 10 and OnePlus Nord 6, OnePlus Nord 5 also, and Poco F7 are better phone than Oppo Reno 14, but they didn't equip with telescopic camera, or you can set at periscope lens. There is missing, and a plus point at this price is that there is a lot of phone that is equipped with the external chip dedicated for gaming. And in India, generally people didn't want to research on the thing; they only want to buy. And if you want to buy iPhone, you must have to know that there is a heating issue. When you put on charge iPhone, not limited into or at 80%, charging to 100% from 20 to 100. It can degrade battery health over time. In the 17 series, the iPhone introduced the cooling system, vapor chamber cooling system, but 16 didn't have it. Yes, this is iPhone 17 Pro. Now I am going to show you that it is equipped with a cooling system. Okay, specification. And yes, when I saw the battery type, lithium ion, the another point is that in the Android segment phone, there is an option for silicon carbon battery. Carbon battery is better than the lithium ion. So if you want to choose, you can choose silicon carbon battery, because the backup of data per battery is more than lithium ion, because silicon is a semiconductor which can be controlled by humans or software or chip, because it is a diode. And lithium ion, it is degrade over time, and it almost older version of battery. In future, you only see silicon carbon battery, I think. And the thing is that I am going for the cooling system, sensors, performance, values, details, multimedia, is all feature connectivity. guarantee, this option, S25, S25. You can also choose the phone at Samsung series S25 FE. If you want to buy a phone, a brand value at a 45,000, you can choose S24 FE also. You can also get this phone after discount at 45,000, I think. Okay, there is off about 4,000, 3,000 off. Flipkart Access Bank card, credit card, 3,000, that means 47. And now we are going to check some details. Top reason to buy: long lasting 15 inch display, happy mistake, including and 2 TB of cloud storage. Okay. Primary damage of battery processor. Turbocharged processor can maintain generally in Samsung, you do not get adapter in many devices. Only few of the Samsung device come with adapter, so you have to purchase it. About cost about 600 to 1500. If you visit the Samsung website, you get it about 14 to 1500. Yeah, it's also equipped with lithium-ion battery and operating system. Now here you can say that it is equipped with Exynos processor, and you almost spending about 50,000. If you spend 50,000 on this type of phones that is equipped with Exynos processor, you didn't expect any performance from this phone. It's also good, but at this price segment 50,000, there is a lot of phones with equipped with, I think, Snapdragon 8 8. Okay, let me check. Phone with 88 8 8. Okay. Yes, Samsung has brand value other things, but only the brand value is not matter. Sometimes the processor also matters. Okay, let me, I think IQ 15R and 13 have 88 chip. So IQ 15, it's cost around 70,000, cost around 13. Yes, it's around 60,000, 54,000. It's depend on the storage. So the minimum warranty storage for 56. Okay, this is costly. Then you can, yes, 15 hours, but it have only dual camera setup. The periscope lens, you can say the telescopic lens is not available. It is equipped with 8 Gen 5, not 88, but its performance is way and far better than Exynos 2400. Yes, we can get 4 years of voice update and 6 years of security patch update. And there is another chip that is called IQ Q2. Q2 supercomputing chip. And another is Unified enhancement chip. And battery is almost about 7,000. And we get in Samsung about 4,900 mAh. I didn't some of the specs, but we have to check is where is the aspects option, and you also get a 3000 of discount. And on Samsung you got 8 GB of RAM and 128 GB of ROM. But here we have another plus point, it included 256 GB of ROM. Where we can see the details. I want the details, all details, yes. And it also comes with a adapter and a protective case, ejector tools, okay. And front focus period is 3.8, and the Samsung is about 3. Okay, let's compare these two phones. Okay, first I have to check all the details, description, and the most good thing about this processor is its introduced code about 3.5 million. If you choose higher value input storage, the introduced code is also increased because there is a lack of space in lower variant. And here we can see that India's slimmest smartphone with 7600 mAh of battery, 100 watt fast charging. If you buy a Samsung phone, S25 50 or S25, they can say 25 watt, they compatible with 25 watt charging as well as 45 watt charging. You have to check before. And now we are going to compare Redmi 50R with this 2550. This 2550. And another Samsung phone that is 25 and is 24. This 2550 and this 2560,000. So I'm going to check S24. Yes, the S24 is also available, and the same price segment with the Snapdragon processor. S24 with 256 GB of variant and 128. So because of the price segment, I want to compare the 50,000 S25. Now let's compare. Here the price is almost the same. We got discount in all these segments, and Samsung have only 128 GB. Yes, the Exynos, it's a Deca core processor. That means you have 10 core and 12 threads. I think no, there is no threads, only core. Okay, and it is octa-core. It is also octa-core. If I am going to give a point for all the good things, then IQ got a point in storage, and in camera setup, the S2550 got another point, and in processor IQ again wins, in battery IQ again wins, and Okay, so thanks for watching, and I need to shut this video because it's too much long.